Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter along with Keith Fustel. A little bit of a few minutes of a late start. That's a lot of developing situations as we get ready for the show. First of all, I ran into Ronnie Cartwright on the way down here.
All right.
Oh, well, you going to blow off Ronnie Cartwright? He's a legend
That's
around
right.
here.
No. He commands respect. There's no doubt about it.
He's a retired trainer. I keep telling him, make a comeback, get all those owners back. I'll be your assistant trainer. But yeah, he won how many Maryland Millions he win? 3, 4, no, more than that. He's in the top 5 all-time winningest Maryland Million trainers. He's going to the sports book. He wanted to make sure the DC United soccer game was on in the sports book. So guys, make sure you have the DC United soccer game on in the sports book for the legend Ronnie Cartwright. Great to see him this morning. My buddy Ronnie Gerardo texted me about the win-win-win video. The work from Churchill this morning. We'll get to that. We have the video of win-win-win working at Churchill this morning for trainer Mike Trombetta. Pimentel was aboard. But real quick, yesterday, how about the early pick 5? A monster, $15,000 payout?
Some really good handicapping and some good wagering to get that. You had maybe a free square with drops in buckets at 360 in race 2, but started the day off market money at 32.40. Then Mr. D'Angelo, the firster for Tim Woolley, survived a couple foul claims at 55.60. There you go, light up the board. Yeah, one happy better. Maybe was it 1 or 2?
Two, because they put about 30-some thousand into the early pick 5,
awfully,
so 2 winning
awfully
tickets.
Strong. Great Saturday for them.
All right, so big payouts in the early pick 5. Once again, trainer Ricky Silliman, he had a good day yesterday with 2 wins.
How about it? He's the turf man around here right now, huh? Sir Brahms, Scout's Honor, the old vet, comes back. Scout's Honor gets through along the inside to win it. That really nice ride there by Acosta. Had a little trouble into the turn, but recovered to win. So, yeah, good day for Ricky Silliman.
All right, my man Ronnie, he's blowing up the phone. He wants to see the work. He texted me a link on Horse Racing Nation, and then Dave Rodman, our announcer, he was showing me Steve Bick has it on his Twitter page. But a pretty impressive work for a Kentucky Derby contender. Win. Shipped down to Churchill from Fairhill last week. Trainer Mike Trombetta's down there. Julian Pimentel is down there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the work. You're going to see win on the outside. Julian Pimentel in the white helmet cover, and this is them turning for home. And look at this, you have 3 looks like 3 Kentucky Derby horses working together, and here comes Trombetta's horse looking pretty good on the outside.
Country House to the rail, Tacitus in between, and win, rolling right on by.
Nice.
Cruising past those 2. Mott's probably wondering where those guys come from. I don't know. See if they had some words after the work. I'm sure they did. But anyhow, there you go. Win, looking good. Liking the Churchill down surface.
And I think I saw. Well, I did. I saw the very start of it down the backstretch. Horse Racing Nation has it on their site. But the win, and his workmate, they were ahead of the Billy Mott pair you see to the inside there. And the Billy Mott pair came up on the inside of the win pair.
Oh, okay.
Right. So then wins in his workmate. They were behind the Billy Mott pair, and wins 4 wide, and he still goes by them both.
Yeah, Julian says I might be a little new to this. You're not going to pull this on me right now. Right. There you go. Good for him.
Good looking work. Good looking gallop out, and you saw win there with the 2 Billy Mott starters. So trainer Mike Trombetta, he's red hot right now. He's absolutely red hot. I like him in a few spots today. I think I'm having a big day. Hopefully my early mornings are finally paying off. We're working out there in the mornings. I have some good steam for today. Can't give it out right now because I don't want to give it out just to everybody in one blanket statement. The Sharpies, the heavyweights that follow us and watch us every day, the guys sending 200-300 a race through the windows. Those guys, they'll follow along race by race. I'll give you a couple tips here I think one trainer is going to have a big day, so we'll get to that. So, all right, we did win. Let's show you what we have going on here for the Kentucky Derby next Saturday. Course-free admission, live music, live racing. Next Saturday, we're going to have a special early post time, 12:15. So we'll have a big day live racing here at Laurel Park. You can watch all the simulcast action from Churchill.
Big day. Looking forward to it upon us.
Glad to have you with us here. Well, normally you're down at Churchill. We're calling the charge for Equibase.
Usually they're making it a little bit easier on me this year.
Right.
I'll still have a tough time. We'll be hanging with these big fields on the turf at Laurel.
Yep. All right, we have some big fields on the world-class turf course today. Let's get right to it. Let's show you a picture of both our racing surfaces. And there you see the track crew hard at work perfecting that dirt course. They work on it constantly all day, all night. We have one of the best dirt racing surfaces in the country. You already know how good the turf course is. Look at that. That's looking pretty green. So we're fast and firm today, right?
Fast and firm, yeah. Our dirt races, yesterday, I know we only have a few today. A little bit of a speed lean to those races. Speed was pretty strong yesterday on the dirt. The turf still playing pretty fair all the way through. Yeah, 60s mostly cloudy. Pretty comfortable out there. Maybe a little bit of a light garment over top of a T-shirt or something. But yeah,
light sweater.
Yeah, a little light sweater. And get out on the apron, enjoy a cold beverage, and watch some horse racing.
All right, let's get right to it here for race one. Race one's going to kick off the rolling super high five. That's a low 15% takeout. We'll have a little carryover in the opener, a little shy of 1,200 there in that rolling super high five. Also, race one, we kick off the popular early pick five. It's a mandatory payout on this early pick five, industry low, 12% takeout. Let's take a look at race one. We're going a mile and a 16th on the bowl game turf course rail at 70 feet. It's a maiden claiming 40,000, filly mares 3 and up. And we both like the one here. Let's take a look. We have a video spotlight of the one. We don't pick her on top, but we both like the 7-year-old mare for trainer Damon DiLodovico. Here's the video from May of 2018.
Yeah, and this was off of a layoff, a long layoff. It was laid off from July of 16 or early May of 18. Sunrise Burstini here makes a move. Was compromised a little bit by that 10 post. Was wide around each turn. It makes a good run at the leader in mid-stretch. Just flattens out a little bit here. We'll be able to save ground today. Not worried, concerned about the layoff at all this afternoon. This horse will get a perfect stalking trip down to the inside. The old 7-year-old, only 7 starts, but today certainly could be today. She's going to be a shorter price with Caramanos for Damon DiLodovico.
Yeah, she's lightly raced, and she's in here for the waiver because she's a Maryland bred, so she must come from a nice family. They're trying to protect her. They want to keep her as a broodmare, would be my guess. And you saw Caramanos was aboard for that video. Yep. Caramanos back aboard today. And talk about Horacio Caramanos Sunday morning. He's out there working hard this morning, working horses. So no slow down for the veteran Horacio Caramanos.
Yeah, you got to love it, and they know there's younger guys that are hungry. They're trying to come up and make a name for themselves, trying to get into these barns. So you got to be able to hold your ground.
Yep.
And he's out there. You see all these guys, Trevor, Sheldon. They're out there each and every morning, working hard and maintaining the quality that they've kind of developed over time. We've got some good riders around here.
Well, they're trying. They're all out there working hard. They're trying to keep up with Trevor. He's out there. I don't think he takes a morning off. He's out there almost seven mornings a week, and so a lot of them are. So we have a hungry jockey colony here in Maryland. We both like the one. I go with the 4 on top. You like the 4 as well. Gold Cadillac, a homebred for our Larry Johnson by Seville. I think the Sevilles are going to be monsters on the turf. We both like Marylander later on today, and we had a Seville win first-time turf. Was it yesterday or Friday?
Yeah, I think it was. Was that the Woolly horse? That might
yes. It was a Tim Woolley horse. First-time starter. Seville on the turf.
It might have been his first winner on the grass as well. But they've been knocking at the door.
Sure.
So we're seeing that his best work might be with these turf runners. And Gold Cadillac, talking about on the bottom side, mare, I think just okay, but here's what we got. Second Dam won the very one, was also graded stakes place. Gold Cadillac adds the blinkers today out of that mile race. There's not a ton of speed, so I think Gold Cadillac is going to be really forward in this race. And with that turf breeding down on that bottom side through the family, I like that. And it's Trombetta's world we're living in right now, Stan.
Yeah, absolutely. Go with the hot hands. We both like the 4 Gold Cadillac on top in the opener. Let's turn the page. You like the early pick 4. This is one of our features of the day here in race 2, a second-level allowance condition, filly mares 3 and up. Here's your early pick 4 ticket.
Yeah, price in here would be Le Weekend. I know she's going to have to deal with Talk Less, Smile More. I think she's a little quicker. She might have to be used hard into that first turn, but the one not a Prada price is going to get a extremely good trip if she just comes away cleanly out of the gate with some speed to target, maybe a little bit even same level, but from what she's been running against down in Florida. A little relief. Third race, we go 1, 4, and 7. Got a little stat on Kieran later. Fourth race with the 1 and the 8. 2 price plays. Top Hat Warrior, Marylander. You know, you're dealing with these 3-year-olds. A lot of them sometimes catching the turf for the first time. You got to dig a little deeper into the research. Look for some value. I think both of these horses offer it in race number 4. Race 5, 5, 7, 10, 14. Kind of a wide open sprint there for the older fillies and mares.
All right, I like your ticket. We both like the 8 Marylander in race 4 today. Let's take a look at the second race. 2 other than allowance filly and mares. 3 and up, optional claiming 35,000. We're going a mile on the Exceller turf course, rail at 17 feet. Let's take a look here. I go with the inside, Trevor McCarthy. We both have Trevor on top. We like the same 4 here. Not a Prada price for trainer John Service. Been running well at this level down there at the championship meet at Gulfstream. Didn't win down there this winters, but been right there knocking on the door. Good second back in January to a next out winner. Fired an 83 buyer that day, 82 buyer last out back in mid-March. McCarthy's going to get a nice ground-saving trip. He'll sit about 3rd or 4th, I think, on this 5-year-old mare. She's the favorite here in race 2. She'll be tough to beat.
Service trying to bump up that turf record of recent note, 4% from an 83-horse sample.
Wow.
That's hard to believe with the stock that this guy has.
Yeah.
Not a Prada price, so maybe a little bit unfortunate. 2 races back, was hung out wide. In most recent, was kind of hampered, was caught in that death trip between horses, slower pace, just didn't have that final kick. But she's going to have speed to target today with Le Weekend and Talk Less, Smile More. And you go back 3 races at the mile distance. Good effort behind Mitchell Road, who's next out stakes winner at the fairgrounds.
All right, so yeah, Mike Gorham is awfully sharp here. So I like the 2. We both like the 2 late weekend. He is just awfully sharp, especially at a price. Gorham loves to win at a big price, doesn't he?
She's enjoyed the stretch out on the main track, and she can certainly handle the grass course. The only main factor here, well, I think the big factor, is Talk Less, Smile More, a horse for Ionati today that really wants to be up front.
Sure.
Can run pretty quick early fractions when needed and can hang around on the turf. She just might be the one that softens up the weekend.
All right, so we both have McCarthy on top there with the 1, not a Prada price. We both would like the 4 as well here. More fun again. You get Vargas aboard, this arch filly for Tom Proctor, who's back in town, coming back from the fairgrounds. A little slow so far this year for the Proctor
How about
barn.
that?
Yeah, a little slow, but he'll probably start heating up here with turf racing.
Yeah, you don't really see that. 3 for 44 for the year. Out of a race with a next out winner, she does not have a lot of speed. She has a win over this turf course. She's going to have to get in range by the time they hit the 3/16 pole. I don't think she's going to be able to make up more than maybe 3 or 4 lengths from there. So needing a setup is the 4 more fun again for a barn. You're right. You certainly should be coming alive here at any time.
Sure. All right, so nice upper-level allowance feature of the day to kick off that early pick 4 in race 2. Let's check out the third race. We're going 7 furlongs, claiming 16,000, 3 and up. Never won 3 or straight 3-year-olds here. And the third, we both like the 1. I have the 1 on top, Javazzo. Yeah, this is one of my hopefully easy layups for the day. This 4-year-old gelding. He's supposed to win. First start in the Claudio Gonzalez barn, 26%. Claudio is with new runners in his barn. Caramanos will ride. He doesn't ride too often for Claudio, but I think he's on a good one here. I don't like the 1 hole going 7 furlongs, but I'm pretty confident this guy is going to win.
Yeah, he almost seemed like he was too close to the pace against that group last time. Caramanos going to have to hold position, have to avoid being shuffled back. But I think this horse has enough, ability against this group probably to maybe take back a little further, maybe angle out and circle, maybe make that kind of run in race 3. I go with the 4. Use the 4 as well. Cash Exchange. I've got a stat here for trainer Kieran McGee, hooking up with trainer with owner Helen Marshall. They've done quite a job in the past couple of years. But Cash Exchange, here we go. Kieran, last 2 years on the dirt, 6 for 14, 43%, and 10 for 14 in the money. Third off of a layoff and following a win. Here we go. There's the MO right there. April 11th, a winner. And he ran hard early and shook clear to hold sway. Figured one of these horses was going to come out. Candy Shine is gone. The other Kieran. I believe he can take a little pressure against this group. You've got Trevor. I think you're still going to get an okay price. That number wasn't great. He's going to have to improve off of that 60, but I think he can. This horse has flashed some talent in the past. I like the move right back here is going to be tough at the 7 furlongs.
All right, so 1-4, 4-1 for Keith and I on top. We like the same 4 there in race 3. Let's get a quick commercial break. Another nice allowance race going long on the turf in race 4 for straight 3-year-olds. We both like the same horse in there. That kicks off the pick 6. We'll take a look right after this. All right, it's right around the corner. Preakness.com for all your tickets and information. Tickets still on sale for the Turfside Terrace, the Infield Fest. So go to Preakness.com for all that good stuff. We have some good stuff here in race 4 to kick off our 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. No carryover today. They hit it again yesterday.
Yeah.
And I mean, no $56,000 payout like we had on Friday, but still a nice $4,100 score yesterday.
Absolutely. Had to do a little work to get it. You know, you had a short price in the last race with Atlantic Avenue. Was probably everybody's single, but a couple little shots there along the way.
All right, so we'll start fresh today in the Pick 6. My co-host in the afternoon, Tim Tulloch, he has a ticket for us. Check it out real quick, see how he plays it. $43.20 ticket. He has a single there in race 7. Race 4, the allowance race, he goes 3, 5, 6, 8. Race 5, he goes with the 5, 10. Race 6, he uses the 7, 8, 11. Race 7, he has a single there, the 1. Bobby G. Trevor McCarthy aboard for Jose Corrales. Yeah, that 5-year-old by Awesome again looks awfully tough there in race 7. But you also have Federal walking there. That's a tough starter allowance in race 7. Race 8, he goes 3 deep with the 1, 4, 6. And then race 9, he goes with the 3, 5, 6. You can study all our tickets on the website, laurelpark.com. Underneath the handicapping section, let's take a look here at the 4th race. We also kick off the middle pick 4 in this race. It's a nice first level allowance condition, optional claiming $50,000 for straight 3-year-olds going a mile on the bowl game turf course, rail setting at 17 feet. All right, we both have the 8 on top, Marylander. Let's show you a video of this 3-year-old colt by Seville for trainer Robbie Bales. Here's the race from early April.
Yeah, this is the win, the maiden score, and a really good ride here by Forest Boys. Got this colt to settle nicely to the inside. Wasn't phased at all by the traffic. Shifts out to the clear and is going to roll right on past and go clear by 1 3/4 at the end of this event. Pretty good field. Number stacks up okay against the rest of these. I think the key is a lot of times we go up the press box like, man, your horse got a horse in good form. Yeah, you hate switching them off the dirt, changing surfaces. But this is a situation, the time of year sometimes almost warrants it.
Right.
We're going to try the turf. And you look at the family, top and bottom, you're seeing turf, and more turf. Has 4 turf-winning sibs. Maryland going out to a mile. I like the progression in distances. Surface, I think, should almost move this horse up.
All right, and yeah, you're wondering why we're so high on the Sevilles on the turf, because La Cida's his best runner so far on the dirt, and he just had his first turf winner the other day. But Seville, I believe, a Group 1 winner on the turf over there in overseas. He ran in a couple different countries by Galileo, so I think he's going to be a fine turf sire. All right, so a lot of weight we have here on Robbie Bales in the bench drops here with the 8 Marylander. Forest Boys had a nice front end win yesterday. Walked the dog on the front end yesterday, but she'll be coming probably be coming from off the pace here on the 8 Marylander deal. 6 I have in the exactor. Gearhead's a first time gelding today for the red hot trainer Mike Trombetta. You get Trevor McCarthy on this 3-year-old by City Zip. Hasn't won on the turf, but ran an okay effort against Allowance Company going long on the turf at Gulfstream back in March. Been freshen up since then up there at Fair Hill. First time gelding today, so I could see the 6 Gearhead waking up.
Yeah, the horses that have run on the turf, this certainly works. The last number, and obviously the gelding, first time gelding. You've got Trevor, all angles. They kind of point to maybe an improved effort. I think maybe almost has to hold the level. That was an okay field down there at Gulfstream prior to the break. I go to the 1 as well. I think this horse offers strong value. Another reclaim back between the Potts and McMahon barn a couple of times. But Top Hat Warrior, where's your Roy? They're okay on the turf, 10, 11% going along. It's the bottom side that I like. Sister Dyer. the mother, a bullheaded boy. Okay, he was 3 for 13 on the turf, 145,000. This horse has the stamina. The bottom is built up over this horse. I think it's great position today and can follow through at a price. I'm looking for some value in race 4.
Yeah, now how about trainer Hugh McMahon, second off this kind of
Yeah,
layoff,
it's huge.
33% positive ROI. Katie Davis and him are 25% together. Davis will get a ground-saving trip. All right, so you'll get a nice price. That's a nice exacta you have on top there, 8-1.
Okay.
Maybe blow up City here in race 4. I like the 11 to the outside
Hammy,
here.
okay.
Analyze Houdini. Yeah, Hammy Smith, Jersey Town Colt, Antonio Quills, the 7-pound apprentice will ride. This 3-year-old gets in late, 112. Big maiden score last out, stretching out to a mile against maiden 40. That was late March. Turf debut today. We'll see how he likes the turf, but I could see him try to clear from the outside and at least be in that front flight of horses going into the first turn.
Yeah, a little adversity in debut, but man, last time you see the short comment, eager, ridden out, plenty left. I was hoping this horse maybe would come back on the dirt. We're going to see how he handles the turf. The mare was 0 for 7, drawing outside. Yeah, this is a tough task, but you know this horse has shown a lot of talent. It was going to be second in debut. The other hammy, I know Rodman makes most sense. Likes the Uncle Mo's. They're good on the turf, 16, 17% on the turf routes. Yeah, and throw the 2 in there. Frank's Guns Loaded. This horse really disappointed at a short price last time. I came up out of a key race at the fairgrounds, beating by my standards. He's going to be a user, I think, is a bomb in the Derby. Going to the bottom side of the mare, though, stick to your guns. She was 3 for 10 on the turf and ran fast, ran upwards of an 89 on the turf course.
All right, so this is a nice allowance race going long on the turf here in race 4. We both have the 8 Marylander on top, but it's wide open. Another turf race here in race 5. We kick off the late pick 5. No carryover. They hit it yesterday for $757. Nice payout in that late pick 5 yesterday. It wasn't like the 15,000 you had for the early pick 5, but that's $757 with
with a free square in the last.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that horse was what, 1 to 9?
Yes,
right, 1 to 5.
Close to it.
So all right, so decent payout as always in that late pick 5 with the industry low 12% takeout. Race 5, we're going 5.5 on the Exceller turf. Rail at 70 feet, claiming 16,000. Filly mares 3 and up. Wide open condition here. Let's start here with the 5. My top pick, Kitty's Right, comes off the layoff for trainer Lizzie Merriman. She's a 2-time winner here at Laurel Park. This mare's by Great Notion. They love the turf. You get Trevor McCarthy to take the call here. And she was running okay last year. She was 0 for 11. Didn't win last year, but had a couple decent efforts. She ran well on the Laurel turf last August against Starter Allowance Company. A decent 4th that day after not breaking, after getting squeezed a little bit at the start there. So that was a 71 buyer speed figure that day. That was just last August right here at Laurel Park. So that puts her right there in the mix against this company, I think.
I'm not mistaken. That Glittering Judy got pretty good, right, on the turf. Was that a Comlo horse? Yeah, big run after trouble. Certainly fits company-wise in this group. I'm going to throw the 7 in there, Jersey Life. We have a video of Jersey Life, don't we?
Yep.
Going back, guys, of June. And a second race off of a little layoff running here at Laurel Park. A good second behind Miss World Venezuela. Watch this horse finish up the last 3/16 of a mile working between with Forest Boys. That's a little – he actually had to alter course slightly through the final 16th of a mile. Strong effort. Jersey Life, back from those tries at Gulfstream, has shown the ability front or from off the pace. Got the right kind of rider today. I think Rosado will be able to settle this horse in the position and finish up. Top selection, though, we're going to go to the outside. This horse draws in. I like the other Gorham. That one scratches. I go to the 2 Nancy's just for the fact. Recency, that's good enough for me. A lack of real true speed in this race. I know got a little weary late. Those races down at Gulfstream are tough. This horse can carry the distance. Let's go right to the front with the 2 Nancy's and go wire to wire.
Yeah, Gorham could be having a big day today, trainer Mike Gorham. He's live here with the 14, so that's a big draw in off the AE. The 14, the 2 Nancy's will run in the 5th. The 15, 16, they draw in?
No, they were scratched.
Okay, I didn't have them in. Okay. All right, so the 14, the 2 Nancy's does run there in race 5, and I didn't use that horse, but you have to respect the connections. We both like the 10 here, the 10 Schifra Magician, the old 7-year-old mare, 4-time winner on the Laurel grass. We know her game. Now it's mostly going long on the grass. She tries 5.5 coming off the layoff for Len Ashby and Tim Tulloch. He was kicking himself yesterday. His friend Len Ashby had, well, yesterday or Friday.
The
Len
30-1
Ashby.
shot. Absolutely. I
Len
had the horse
Ashby.
lined at 10-1.
Right.
I cannot believe that horse went off at that price.
She's always live on the turf,
Yeah.
Len Ashby.
Vinny Perrone, who paid us a visit, had a couple bucks on that.
On a 30-1 shot?
Oh, yes, he did.
All right, nice stuff.
He's sharp, old Vinny.
Little Derby money for Perrone. Okay, so another big field on the turf here in race 5. We both like the 5 a little bit, and then we're kind of all over the place. It's wide open. Let's turn the page here. Another big field on the turf here in race 6.
Yeah.
Whew.
They're hitting us hard.
Yeah.
Chart caller's nightmare, these big fields. Everybody said, come up and join us one time and try to keep it rolling throughout the day. Sometimes these days, especially when we're doing the notes, we want to do an expanded version sometimes, but sometimes we just don't have the time. We got to shorten things up a little bit. Make sure, though, we find that trouble for the bettors. That's the biggest key at all as a chart caller, making sure you pick up on any of the trouble trips those horses may have.
Yeah, absolutely. It helps me out with my handicapping. And, tough handicapping. We hope we're going to give you some winners. I have a couple locks hopefully coming up for the late daily double today. Let's take a look, though, here. Race 6, we kick off the late pick 4. Nice 2 other than allowance condition. Optional claiming 35,000, 3 and up. We're going a mile on the bowl game turf course. Rail at 17 feet. And my price play of the day, the half-brother to Flash Phelps, is the 4 Moonlight Shadow, making his turf debut today for trainer Rodney Jenkins. Second off the layoff. Rodney, a big 2 for 3 recently with that move, and a nice big positive ROI. Rodney's go-to rider, Victor Carrasco, who rides Flash Phelps, or Victor rides a Moonlight Shadow today. And this horse by Trap Shot, and the mares by Not for Love, Love Me Twice, and not just Flash Phelps.
Action
what a solid
Andy is in
Andy.
there. There's a slew of them.
Yep, she's been a solid producer, and this guy, he can run on the main track. He's 3 for 5. He's won 2 allowance races here at Laurel Park last summer as a 3-year-old. Forget about that comeback race April 13th. He just needed to race off the layoff. Now second off the layoff on the turf today. The 4 Moonlight Shadow, my top pick.
Yeah, and certainly I think I've got him lined a little too high at 12. I don't know if I'd take much more than, much less than 6 on him. You should warrant that. He didn't take a ton of play.
Now, English Minister in here.
And the race off the layoff, the speeds kind of went around the racetrack.
Rebels, it's a tough race.
Yeah, it is.
Dickinson.
And you've got a couple proven horses, and when you break it down, English Minister and Arcangelos, they have definitely faced, I think, the toughest groups, maybe even Barney Rebel you throw in there. They faced the best runners. And, again, a race that just kind of lacks a lot of true pace. The blinkers go on. I like the 7 off the layoff here coming out of stakes up at Woodbine in Delaware. The Grade 3 Kent really didn't disgrace itself back in July. Once again, these turf races, the big longer layoffs, they don't concern me. It's a different type of training bringing these horses back, and they can bring it back. I like the 7 here for Dickinson and Cintron to kind of walk the dog up front. And English Minister, I think both of them, they could control it all the way around the racetrack.
Well, you mentioned these turf horses coming off the layoff, and this is the Michael Dickinson horse here, the 7. And by the way, this horse, the half-brother to Big Brown, Kentucky Derby Preakness winner. Dickinson's private training center up in Cecil County, Topeka Farm. It's one of the nicest training centers in the country.
Yeah.
I mean, it's beautiful. It has everything. It has a turf course. It has a Topeka surf. It just has everything. It's phenomenal. So this horse looks well prepared. A bunch of works up there on the turf and the Topeka up there at Dickinson's private training operation. So the 7 will be tough, and this horse will be well played and well bet. And just like the 2 English Minister, man, this is a big drop for English Minister. This 9-year-old's made over $400,000.
Yeah, he's run well. I only won over the Laurel turf course, but he likes the mile distance. He's fresh. The old guy coming back at the age of 9. We've got some of these old vets coming back, don't we? I'm looking at some of the PPs over the next couple of racing days. And English Minister, he's had some hard luck along the way. This group fits him to a T right now where he's at in his career. We talked about Moonlight Shadow, the 9 is I think, is a throw-in, no doubt about it. This horse is improved of recent note since being gelded. This will be the first trial on the turf since being gelded, and has a couple races on the page. You see he's topped out at a 77 on the turf. You run close to about an 80 in here, I think you're going to be have a good chance of winning this race. And Charge and Storm, with the recency, he's got the stamina build up. He's another one. He's tactical enough in this group as well. I think an improved effort from prior turf tries.
And what a mate trainer Jose Corrales is having. 5 for 15, the trainer of Charge and Storm. So he's red hot. The one Pismo time, 3 for 5 in the money on the Laurel grass, comes off the layoff for Eddie Graham. Vargas should get a ground-saving trip on the one, so I'd throw him in the mix. Let's turn the page.
Okay.
Race 7. A salty group here, a $5,000 starter allowance, 3 and up, going a mile and a 16th on the main track. We both like the one. Bobby G is the 8-5 morning line favorite, part of the entry for trainer Jose Corrales. We have the video spotlight here of Bobby G. Let's show you the race, his last race, early April.
April 7th, backing up off the 1.25 mile race to the mile, a little bobble out of the break. We'll watch that again. I think we have it maybe one more time. If not, there we go. Thanks, guys. Just a little bit of a bobble right there, and it was able to recover. And this horse is just in top-notch form. Like we talked about, the Corrales just steal one from Englehart. Horse he got for a nickel and has gone right up the ladder. He's able to recover after that little beginning, tough beginning. Settles in the clear, love it, relaxed. Run for James out on the front end. Whirling, curling, doing some chases. So Whirling, curling, stand, come back and run a good second for open 25, albeit sprinting. But watch Bobby G once he gets to the outside with McCarthy, who he's going to be teamed up with again. He just levels off. Strong, grinding kind of a run here for Bobby G to win it, going away by about a length and a half at the wire. So I just don't see anybody being the form that he's in. He's got speed to target in Percy and Federal Walk. He'll sweep on past again.
Yeah, he might get a real nice setup. You're right about that. I use him second. He's red hot right now for Trevor McCarthy. I was talking to trainer Linda Alberts this morning, where I working the same barn with Katie Voss, where Linda is stabled now, and we were talking about this race, and Linda's said said that I was talking about how tough the race came up, and I said, yeah, you're pretty tough too with Federal Walk, and this horse is in very good form right now. He's won his last 2, a big 84 buyer last out. He went coast to coast. He won by 6.5. Now, to be honest with you, Linda's a little concerned about the other early speed in this race. You have speed to the inside with the 6 Percy, and somebody did I see somebody else with some speed? The 8 Supervision could press the pace. Okay. So if they bother this, if they bother the 7 Federal Walk early enough, that's when you get a nice setup there for the one Bobby G. But I'm hoping Kevin Gomez can give the 7 Federal Walk a nice veteran ride. He's going to break from the outside going into that first turn, so he should be able to do whatever he wants, dictate the early pace. He can go right to the front if he wants and try to set some slow early fractions, or he can sit second or third on the outside with the 7 Federal Walk. So I go with Federal Walk on top. You go against them all together.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's a little bit better. At one turn, you see those 2 recent tries at the mile, improving figures. Yeah, Percy could kind of really be a thorn in his side. He's a game as they come. 18 wins out of 50 starts. He's got positional speed. He might have to, push Federal Walk enough to make him use himself. But I think Percy can set up shop just off of it as well. The 2-back try, I remember watching that race that night off of a layoff. He was gritty as could be. They went fast. He went into it and kept on going. Federal Walk, where's he been? He's been scratched twice since that race. That's a major concern for me. And on a horse that's going to be a shorter price in here. So I go 1-6-2 Dazzling Oki to sit a trip from the inside. He's going to have to move up a little bit to beat the likes of Bobby G.
All right, it's a nice starter allowance there in race 7. Let's turn the page. Here we go. I'm pretty confident about the late daily double today, just like race 3. I'm pretty confident here in races 8 and 9 with my top pick. I think this barn's going to have a big day. This is a nice, where are we going? 5.5 furlongs on the Exceller Turf Course rail at 70 feet, claiming 16,000, 3 life or straight 3-year-olds. The Claudio horse, the 4 non-such. First off, the claim for Claudio, he's 25%. You get Victor Carrasco, this horse a 2-time winner on the turf. So let's forget about the recent form. I love the 4 today.
Yeah, and you can kind of, Claudio's record, you see with turf sprints, 0 for 24 over the last little while. Yeah, he's due, no doubt. In arrears, ran a decent third yesterday. And in this group, I tell you, this horse should be 1-2 first time in this barn. I'll take a little flyer with Top Hat City. I just remember back a while back on some of the races this horse has run over this turf course. He's speed in a race that doesn't have a ton of true speed. There's your price user in the 8th, Top Hat City.
For Ralph Comine, I knew his father who stabled at Pimlico. I'm pretty sure this is his son. And look, Comine having a good year out there. Charlestown 7 for 34, 21%. So you'll get a nice price there.
Wesley Ho, he'll be sending.
Sure, yeah. Oh, you get a nice price there on the 9. All right, so Claudio's going to be awfully tough here in race 8 with the 4 non-such, and Claudio going to be awfully tough here in race 9 as well. I think he's going to take the late double. We're going 7 furlongs, claiming 16,000 filly mares, 3 and up, 3 life straight 3-year-olds. I don't like the 1-hole. Claudio gets here with the 1, the Sweetest Taboo. Carlos Carrasco riser, 35% in the positive ROI. And this 4-year-old filly by Sydney's Candy, a good second last out, coming from off the pace against beaten 8,000 3 life. That was going 5.5 and had some trouble in that race. And looks like she should like to stretch out to 7 furlongs today.
Yeah, this distance should suit her. The only negative, Cocktail Waitress came back and kind of bombed yesterday on the drop. But the positive, protecting this horse, moving back up the claiming ladder. I go to the higher price Claudio, Natasha Fatal. Looking through breeding, very interesting that they took this horse off of a layoff for 30,000, then ran back for Abreu. Okay, that wasn't Claudio down there, but did watch it. Was pinched back at the break. Never got into running, was just uncomfortable. It looked like kind of caught inside horses early behind rivals and just dropped out of it, lost interest. I'm thinking now we're going to come up here to Laurel. We've got a couple good works over the racetrack. That's my little steaky price play. I think you're going to see more speed. I think she can get the 7 furlongs here for Claudio. But clearly the one to beat, the 2 horses to beat are Too Hot Betty and Top Hat Tizzy.
All right, so and let's see. All right, yeah, maybe you'll get Claudio at a decent price there. Maybe Claudio gets the exacta there in the finale. Scott Lake with the 4. I use a little bit here. Second off the claim for Lake. Lake just surpassed the 6,000 win mark.
Yeah,
how about that? He's still pretty young too. That's a lot of wins.
Rosie's Rainbow. I think you'll see more speed out of her today, especially the 7 furlongs. She's gonna have to be forward, I would think, in here if she's gonna have any chance.
All right, that's it. We're out of time. Good luck today. Beautiful weather. Come on out here. Enjoy the live racing. Bunch of big fields on our turf course, which is firm. Beautiful condition right now. Dave Robbins coming up next with today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.